Hello and welcome to a new vlog and trip report, and today we're taking a look at the S-Bahn line S3 of Berlin. We are going from Spandau to Erkner on the whole stretch of the line, and here on the map you can see our route today. But as you can see, we're actually not following the whole line S3, and that was not planned because a lot of things will go wrong in this video. What we're starting off as planned, I was taking a bus to Spandau just to make this video about the full length of the line starting in Spandau, ending in Erkner. I was checking the schedule the day before, and once I arrived at the station I got very bad news, because the whole Stadtbahn, the most important railway line of Berlin, was closed from Zoologischer Garten to Ostbahnhof because of a state visit, which unfortunately was not announced the day before, so I went all the way to Spandau for nothing, and then I just took the next available train to get at least to Zoologischer Garten, and then I had to find a solution for my problem there. Already planned about 1 hour of extra time for events like this on my personal schedule, because I was planning to make multiple videos on that day, and I even got 10 more minutes because I was taking a train earlier now in Spandau. Now I was hoping that I will find a solution on my way to Zoologischer Garten, but unfortunately all passenger information systems were also having problems. There were no good information on what to do and how to continue my journey. I found a train that was supposed to run, so I was hoping that it would actually run, because also some long distance trains were at least going to the main station of Berlin, whilst all S-Bahn trains were stopped at Zoologischer Garten, and also almost all regional trains. But I found one that was supposed to run, so I was going to the platform, and 1 minute before that train arrived it was also announced to be cancelled. And then I was trying to use my knowledge about public transportation in Berlin, and I tried to find a solution with the Berlin Underground, with the U-Bahn, using the line U1 for one station to Wittenbergplatz, and from there taking the lines U1 and U3 to Warschauer Straße, where I can rejoin the S-Bahn. And here we can see my train arriving at Wittenbergplatz. Good thing about this was that we are now traveling on a very interesting train. This is a very old train of the type A3E, and this is actually the oldest underground train still in use in the whole of Germany, so that was also quite interesting. And the lines U1 and U3 are also the most scenic ones of the network in Berlin, because they are running overground most of the time. At one point we are even going through a house that's just before reaching the station Gleisdreieck. Maybe you've heard about the train lines going through houses in Asia, and there are lots of reports about it. We have that in Berlin as well, but it's not as spectacular, so it's not that well known, but it is here also possible to take a train through a house. Then we are going through two notorious stations, which are, let's say, not known as the most safe places in Berlin, which are the stations Cottbuser Tor and Görlitzer Bahnhof. But then we are crossing the Oberbaumbrücke, which is one of the most beautiful parts of Berlin. But there are not too many shots of that, because actually there was a small argument between a passenger and a homeless in the train, so that was a bit of cliché in that case, but unfortunately this is kind of normal in some parts of Berlin, but I didn't want to use my camera in that situation. And then we reached the Warschauer Straße, and then I was trying to take the S3 again to Erkner. Unfortunately it was yet again a train of the class 481, 482, not the train that I wanted to take, but at least there was a train running, because as I said, passenger information systems were also a bit unreliable on that day, because it was big chaos due to the complete closing of the most important railway line in Berlin. Here we are in Wohlheide. There we have a small narrow gauge railway line that is mostly operated by children as volunteers, which I hopefully will also be able to make a video about in the future. Once we've left the suburban areas of Berlin, there's not too much to see, and here we are already reaching the station of Erkner, final stop of the line. As you can see, next train is also a train of the class 481 and 482, so I had to wait a bit, but then finally there was a train of the class 480 arriving.
Eingefahrener Zug auf Gleis 32, dieser Zug endet hier und fährt als S3 zurück nach Spandau, über Köpenick, Ostkreuz. Train at platform 32, this train ends here and will continue as S3 back to Spandau, via Köpenick, Ostkreuz.
And now we can finally take a closer look at the train that I wanted to actually travel with in the whole video. The S3 is mostly the only line where these trains are still in use. It is planned to have them at least running until 2028, and they have a quite nice interior, looking like the old school S-Bahn trains of Berlin, still with the green seats, which are quite comfortable for an S-Bahn train. And now we can listen to the distinctive and typical sound of the class 480, also called Toaster.
Nächste Station, Wilhelmshaven.
But why is this train called a toaster? There are multiple reasons for that, or explanations. It's not sure which of that is actually true. Some say that the slots in a famous toaster model are the role model for that name. Others are saying the name is coming from a toaster model of the 1940s, which was called BR480, the exactly same name as the official name of this train. And some say that the name is coming from some accidents this train had in the past, as there have been multiple accidents where trains of this kind burned down. It's not sure which of the stories is actually true, but due to the burning accidents, the name Toaster got more and more famous, and nowadays it is like an unofficial nickname for the train. Official name still is of course class 480, but a lot of people are calling these trains now the Toaster. And here we are reaching the station of Berlin Köpenick, and from there we will continue on in another video. And that's it for this video that did not went exactly as how I planned, but I hope it was still interesting for you. Here you can see when the next video will be uploaded and the name of the song. As always, I'd like to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to follow, subscribe, share the video link and like the video, and I hope to see you in my next video.